Battles are part of life.
I was telling mom, I said to her, one of the biggest problems you have with me as a son and a daughter is if you are going through challenging times and you want me to encourage you. Every other aspect of ministry, God has groomed me. I can father you, but that aspect, I can't encourage you. No, I can't. Because I don't expect you to give up. You are complaining your church is not growing. There are people that have no members. What is wrong with you? There are people, they have nobody in their church. Every Sunday they preach to empty hall. Some of them is their wife and their children. What is wrong with you? Give up where? I'll be looking at you. That's why I'm tired. I will just be looking at you. Because I'm like, do you know there are people who have only 3-4 hours, pastors, every day to go off oxygen. After 2 hours, they go back to oxygen. Guess what? They are still doing the work. I like what Job told the wife. When things became bad, this man was sick. He got some clay and was scraping his skin. And the wife came and said, curse God and die. He said something that was profound. He said, if we have received good from God, does it matter if we now receive evil? God blessed you 3 years ago. Now things are bad. You have forgotten the God that blessed you before. You are not grateful. What makes you think that everything must always be good for you? What makes you think that the fact you are going through losses means that God has lost you? Even God lost angels, yet he's still God. Lost and angels rebelled. In this time and age, you need to be tough to survive. A woman had an issue of blood. You see, everyone has an issue, but the issue that needs urgent attention is the issue that affects the blood. Poverty affects the blood. A poor man will teach his children not to lie. Tell them I am not at home. You can't pay school fees. Tell them your father traveled. Everyone. Poverty. And there are people, you must understand that life is spiritual. Okay, let me show you something. Certain people met a king and said to the king, because they could not find an occasion against Daniel except in the law of his God. Can I show you something in the Bible? And they said the king should pass a decree. The king was, okay, let me show you. Daniel chapter 6, verse 6. We are going to do some study. Daniel 6. Daniel 6. The king and all of that, blah, 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 blah. King Jairus live forever. Go to verse 8. Establish the decree according to the writing that cannot be changed. According to the law of the Medes and the Persians, which altereth not. That's the law of the Medes and the Persians as laws that can't be changed. Daniel was his friend. Read verse 11. Go to verse 10. Verse 10. Daniel knew that the writing was signed and all that. He went ahead and prayed. Go to verse 11. The men assembled and found Daniel praying. Now skip to verse 14. I'll tell you why I'm taking you through these processes. When the king heard, he heard that Daniel was the victim. Because of his proximity with Daniel, the king was so displeased. He set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. He labored till the going down of the sun. The king was struggling to deliver Daniel. Okay, go to verse 15. These men assembled and all of that. They said there's no decree nor statute which the king established may be changed. All right, go to verse 18. The king went to his palace and passed the night fasting. Neither were instruments of music brought before him. His sleep went from him. Can you do verse 24 and 25? Verse 24 and 25. Go back to verse 20. 3. The king was exceedingly glad for him and commanded that they should take up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den. No manner of hurt was found upon him. Verse 24 and 25. The king commanded, and they brought the men that accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lions, them, their children, their wives, and the lions are the mastery of them, and break all their bones in pieces, or ever they came at the bottom of the den. Verse 25. Then Darius wrote to all the people, nations, and language that dwelt in all the earth, peace be multiplied unto you. Go on. I make a decree. Hold on. Are you not confused? They were after his friend's life. He had the power to change the decree. He kept quiet, waited till the friend went to the lion's den. He was fasting. His peace left him. This was a man that just once say he can alter the decree. He passed through all those rigors before he suddenly realized himself that, wait, I'm the king. What was happening? A spare. Why did he go after those men? He suddenly found that they used something on him. Nobody's following what I'm talking about. A king that had power to change decree, that even had power to release judgment. He had to fast, he had to labor, he had to cry. All of a sudden it dawned on him, I am the king. What is okay? This man, when they came to speak to me, there was something they used on me. He said, get them wasted. And I now have a new decree. Your helpers most time, they come to you late. What if the lions had eaten up Daniel before you came? What if lions had wasted him before you came? So you had power. I pray for you. Your helpers will not come late. Your helpers will not come late. Your helpers will not come late. I say your helpers will not come late. Your helpers will not come late. I say your helpers will not come late. Ruth chapter 2, verse 1. Ruth chapter 2. One to go, read it loud and clear. Ruth chapter 1, verse 1. Ruth 1:1. One to go. There was hunger. There was scarcity. A man left Bethlehem, the city of bread, and went to Moab because of scarcity. Yet he had a brother that was a mighty man of wealth. He died. His 2 sons died. And that was when the brother came and decided to help the daughter-in-law. What happened all this while? Your helpers will not come late. The pain of getting school fees after you've lost admission. You know the pain of getting money to pay for a desirable location for rent after somebody else has taken it. Late. Sometimes late arrival is equal to no arrival. Do you know what it means at 95? That is when your children are buying you flight ticket for the first time. When you are planning to go down, that's when they are trying to take you up. At 95, you are already planning to go down. And that is when. That for you to climb the stairways, you need people to. That was why Abraham could not go and fetch for a wife for Isaac. He was when Isaac was due for marriage at 40, Abraham was 140. He had to send his servant, full of age, because of late arrival. In the name of Jesus, stretch your hand here. I prophesy upon you as you hear the sound of my voice. Your helpers will not come late. Be seated. Be seated. She came. God specifically said that there are people Power is about to move them from their current level into where they are supposed to be. Power will move you from your current level. It says, and she heard. Nothing changes a man's location like hearing the right thing. You want to come from behind. You want to come from obscurity. You want to come from a place of pain. What do you hear? What do you allow yourself to hear? What do you open your spirit to? It's not every music you listen to. Sometimes you see believers who are not following a gospel artist. They are following a secular artist. Why? Why are you following them? Why are you following? What do you want to learn? And there are people today who give themselves not just what you hear, how you even hear what you hear. You know, it says in Luke 8:18, take heed to how you hear. What communicates to you? How do you hear? Guard your heart. The first miracle that happened was that she heard the right thing. She heard it was Jesus. The Bible says she spent all she had. See, let me say this to us. Even if you will not be happy at what God has already done for you, be happy that following Jesus reduces your expenses. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Just imagine that you wanted to travel to Auchi, you kick cow to cover road. Your children got admission, you kick cow for safety. They want to write exam, you keep 5 chicken. Just imagine what Jesus has done. That every in this economy, if not for anything, it reduces your expenses. You know, I like what Naaman's servant said to him in 2 Kings 5 verse 13. He looked at Naaman when they said go and dip. The man was arrogant. The servant said, his servants came near and spake unto him and said, my father, if the prophet has bid thee to do some great things, wouldst thou have done it? Do you know why they are saying that? We know where we have followed you to, and the things that you have done. Oga, rest. This one, they just said deep. We know where we have. If they have told you the last place we went to, if they have told you to kill 25 cows, would you not have done it? They were talking based on the experience of following him about and knowing what he has done in desperation. So God, do you want us to tell the prophet what you have done so that he can know how to rebrand his statement? Even if, just imagine what they were saying there. Even if the prophet has told you to some great things, would you have done it just to wash? Under the tithe, you are debating. We are not saying bring cow every month. She spent all. Sometimes God will allow you come to the end of yourself, so that you will know that man can't help you. You will do many things you think can bring solution. God will allow a man come to the end of himself so that nothing will share in his glory. There are things connection cannot do. There are things human support could not do. Zacchaeus was a rich man until the day he was desperate to see Jesus. Poor men blocked him. You know what I'm talking about? That was when Zacchaeus knew that if you get money, you get for yourself. Zacchaeus wanted to see Jesus. Poor man blocked him. Take and clear. So God, this thing is once in a lifetime. This is no matter of money now. This is no matter of connection. Every man for himself. Poor man blocked him. He was lucky he had a space on the tree. Zacchaeus was the shortest man in the Bible, but he was the first man Jesus looked up to. Nobody is what I'm talking about. So you don't need to be tall to get divine attention. He was the shepherd, was the first man Jesus looked up to. He said, you Zacchaeus, who told you prophecy is not real? He called him by name. You Zacchaeus, come down. The matter is not here, it's in your house. I am going to your house. God is going into your house. God is visiting your family. God will visit your home. God will visit your marriage. God will visit your health. God will visit your finances. Somebody shout fire, fire, fire. What do you hear?